Alright, welcome back to wonderful, beautiful Mike's Garden. Veggie Mike Ellis on the Instant Grams. And anyway, I got some beautiful, beautiful berry plants, all different varieties of berries. I have black raspberries. I think that's a black raspberry. I have blackberries. I have red raspberries. I have yellow raspberries. I have loganberries. I have, there's a lot of berries, honeyberries, blueberries, strawberries. I'm leaving out some, like grapes. Anyway, grapes are not here, but this is my little nursery. So this is a wild blackberry. I have some of my own varieties of wild blackberry that I picked that are really good, and I propagate those. This is a wineberry, considered an invasive species here in the United States, but this is a cultivated variety called Fall Gold, I think. And let's see what else. Oh, I have seedlings here. These are actually, this is a pear. It's actually an invasive species called a calorie pear. Bradford pear is the originator of that, so it's an invasive species, and people put this invasive species in their yard not understanding they shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, we get these unwanted trees that come up. It's an invasive species, and I lop the top off and I graft a desired variety so they can't seed out and be invasive anymore. They're just a rootstock, and I graft pears, like, you know, edible pears to those. This is a crab apple, just a wild rootstock, so it's just a wild crab apple, and then I graft name varieties to that, so they're nice and hardy. They popped up on their own. They're like little weeds, so they're so hardy and perfectly, you know, acclimated to my area because they came up on their own. So all wild. So I use those as rootstock. Let's see, more of that. I think this is an apple here. I have lettuce I'm putting in. I did purchase just a little lettuce just to get me started, so I'm about to put these in, just an old lettuce container from last year. It's the first time I used it last year, so I'm recycling it one more year, I think, before I switch out the soil in there. Put some food in there, that'll be good. I tried to get these to live through this, just as an experiment, some kale to live through the winter, but they made it through like February, and then they died, but they did get pretty far. I'm like, oh, are they gonna come back? Like, I have faith that they're gonna come back. They're dead. They're not coming back. Somebody was digging around in here, but this is a pear. I put this little band here, if you could see that. That is actually masking tape, and I put this gooky stuff on it called, darn, you know, I'm making the video and I should be telling you exactly the product, but it's a gooky stuff you put around it, and it stops walking insects from going up and down, so that's kind of nice. Strawberries right here, just propagating strawberries in an old salad container, so there's that. This is a pretty magnificent crab apple, beautiful. Just prune these guys. This is actually, I actually purchased this. This is a flowering crab apple. So we'll see. It's like a decorative tree. It's more meant for flowering, so the flowers are really pretty on it. So I got that for, I don't know, $2 or something when it was really little. This is more berries down here. You're getting the full tour here, and nice and long. Oh yeah, three and a half minutes, man. People, it's just short-term people that can't have no attention span. They're gone. Anyway, then I have, this is an apple tree. You can see it's pretty, yeah, pretty big. That's another apple tree. I just pruned them, so you can see I pruned them a lot here and here. When they're in pots and you want to keep them for long periods of time, you should be pruning them. This guy, I think, is dead, so I'm going to put something else in there. Ooh, and then I'm really excited about this. This, ooh, is my own variety of Nat King cherry that I did a bunch of seedlings of Nat King cherry, and the strongest one that survived and made the best fruit is right here. And he's flowering. The reason a little baby tree is flowering, they shouldn't be flowering, and they're seedlings. They would never flower when they're babies like that. But it's a cutting. So I took a cutting of the mother plant, and it had flower buds on it, and in the next following spring after it took, I have a flowering little baby. So my flowering baby right here. So yeah, I have some rare, this is a high bush cranberry. So that's like it's like a cranberry tree, like a bush. It's a cranberry in the form of a bush. It's a slightly different variety. Some people don't even consider it a true cranberry, but it's a cranberry. What else? This is... I'm looking for this one I really want to show you. I can't even read the label on that one. But we're live here, so I got to make sure I find you one because I'm excited about it. Blanca. So this is Blanca. So this is an actual cultivated variety, like a specific variety that was really desirable, that's going extinct. It's a cultivated variety of Nat King cherry, and it's a white cherry. It's actually a miniature plum. Prunus tomentosa is the Latin name. And this is a cultivated variety. You don't find cultivated varieties of them around. They're super hardy. They're cold hardy. The Japanese beetles love them, but the fruit comes in before they come around, and it's good to go. But there's one nursery selling this funky variety, along with this other funky variety I'm going to show you, and they don't exist anymore. They're dead. Even my mother plants now. My mother plants died because I put them in a bad place, but they're not a weak species. That's just nobody sells the cultivated variety anymore. There's another Blanca, so nobody's selling them. So I'm just trying to save these. Like, nobody's propagating these. This is called a meter pink. This is a hybrid of a Nat King cherry and a sand cherry. It's a hybrid, and nobody's doing that. Elwin Meter is the creator of this variety. I got to cuttings last year, and he's my favorite breeder. You would know him from Reliance Pear. Reliance Peach. Reliance Peach Tree. You see him in your local big box stores. Super cold hardy. That was Elwin Meter. He gave away his patents, his plant patents, to the world, just to donate his awesome plant patents. So he's a neat guy. So what else? Let's see. University of New Hampshire, I think. That's one of my own varieties. I just called it Ellis Nat King. It's just, it's Ellis. It's called the Ellis Nat King Cherry. All right, well, I showed you my original varieties. I showed you what I have going on. I think this video's gone on long enough. I look like crud because that's what I do when I'm doing garden work, just beat up old stuff on. I just look like hell. Watch my gardening videos. Suck it up. I have some bees up. Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention this to you real quick. I might do a separate video, so I think I will do a separate vid, but I have some wasps up here growing in my house. I'm going to give you a vegan version of wasp removal in my next video. Thanks so much. Mike's Garden, Veggie Mike Ellis. Love ya. Oh yeah.